Hey guys, Dr. Yu here. Happy third week of class. I'm going to talk about what you need to complete for this week. I'm going to start with the lab. So this lab lasted for 2 weeks, right? You're supposed to do a seed germination experiment. So once you're in this folder, this is the week 2 to 3 folder, you probably noticed that it looks a little bit different. That's because I removed that e-science introduction to science folder, because it seems to just add an unnecessary layer where you have to click one more time to access these materials, and also causes confusion because the title has e-science in there. So some of you thought that all the materials in that folder come from e-science and not from me. So I think that's why some of you downloaded the wrong file for the seed germination experiment. Another thing I noticed that there used to be a study guide link, right? I noticed that I uploaded the wrong file to the study guide link. So instead of the actual study guide, I posted the seed germination workbook from last semester from eScience to the study guide link, which I think causes some confusion in some of the students. So I deleted that study guide and I removed that eScience folder, that extra layer. So when you click on the general weekly lab folder, it will take you to all the specific material that you will see. All right, this is the link to go to eScience Virtual Lab. Make sure you complete this first, and then take the questions in the quiz. So you have the 2 attempts, all right? And then most of the questions are based on the background information in eScience Virtual Lab. Some of the information may be a little bit beyond the lab. That means you need to do some extra research to figure out what the correct answer is. So quiz is open book, right? You can study, as much as you want. You can look up the information if you want. So the quiz is due this coming Thursday, right? January 28th. Again, it's due on Thursday. All right. Now, for the actual experiment and for submitting the workbook, I have extended the deadline from this Thursday to this Sunday. And like I said in the WebEx meeting, I was just a little bit worried that some of you who started late may not have enough time to finish the experiment. So that's why I extended the deadline for seed germination experiment from Thursday to Sunday. So you have until this coming Sunday to finish the experiment and answer all the questions in the workbook and make graphs, right? Fill in the table, make a graph. All right, so that's all for the lab. This is just kind of a supplemental material, very short video. All right, now for the lecture, we are going to study some of the important biomolecules. So we're still in Unit 1. Go to Chapter 3, Module 3. It's the usual stuff, right? First 2 are from Lumen. And this is PowerPoint slides. And this is the teaching assignment for this week. All right, we have a teaching assignment this week. So you are going to talk about one of them. Well, I guess they're equally important, right? But proteins do perform a lot of functions and play important roles in how the body functions. And I know a lot of you want to kind of pursue a career in the medical field. So you absolutely need to be very familiar with the protein. So the topic I chose for you this week is to talk about proteins, the different aspects of protein. When you're done, to submit your Lumen video link to this assignment link. Okay, and then you're good. These are lecture recordings, so I have one for each type of biomolecule. All right, and then we have a study guide. Some of you asked me about the study guides, and I answered in the WebEx meeting. For each chapter, you will see a study guide at the end, usually at the end after all the other items. And this study guide is what you need to kind of follow before an exam. Okay. All right, that's all for this week. I will see some of you, most of you, in the WebEx meeting. On Tuesday, we will finish up the Module 2, the chemical bonds and the functional groups. And hopefully we will move into Chapter 3 and talk about some of the important biomolecules. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week.